कृपया ध्यान दीजिए, the language used on the podcast may not be fit for consumption. We warn you, tread carefully. But listen yaar, don't be so conservative. Yes, welcome to Cyrus Says, Cock and Bull, presented by Volvo Car India with pet care partner Heads Up for Tails. We have many other names. Three that I've chosen off the bat are Shunyata, Tiger, and my Uncle Bob. But for now, we'll go with Cyrus Says, Cock and Bull. So I have a personal message I want to just air. I want to vent a little bit here for a second. It's got nothing to do with the sponsor, but it has got to do with dogs and pets in general, animals. See, I have a very big theory from childhood. If you don't like pets, don't go to that person's house. It's not right to impose yourself. You know, we had a guest who came up. We've had some things happening, tragedies in the family, etc. So people come to visit, but then they come up. They suddenly say "Kutta ko pakad," which I don't understand. That I mean, you're coming to condole with my mom and all that, and why are you worried about the dog? It's a real pain in the ass. Anyway, my mother is a very nice person, decent human being, and so is my wife. So they are likely to accept that the dog should be tied up or put in a chair or locked in a room or whatever. But in memory of my father, I refuse. So if you come to meet me, I'm telling you right now, if you don't like dogs, I don't give a damn. I'll be like, I'm sorry, I can't help you. But for me, and I've said this before 200 times, it's the same thing like when I've gone as a child. And I have nightmarish memories. Abbas, you won't believe this, Sparsh. Nightmare memories. They take you into the house and they say, Nani se milo. And Nani is really ugly, okay, and hugely old, and looks like an iguana and a walrus had a child, and she has no idea who you are. But you have to sit through that whole thing. I get scared, but I still do it out of decency because it's not my house, right? Yeah. So they can't come and impose their rules on us here, because for us, I just find that a slap on the face. It's really very irritating. So just a shout out to all those people out there. Please understand, if you really don't have a problem with animals and whatever, or any family member, or maybe if one child is Muslim and one child is Hindu, you can't deal with that, then don't come, for God's sake. Just don't come. Don't come there and impose. As the new government of your flat, I will tell you, dog ko lock up karo, wife ko nikalo. Wife ko nikalo is something we can discuss off the record. But I'm not doing this just to give HUFT Heads Up for Tails a plug. Although now that you think of it, it's quite poetic that I mentioned that, and that's our sponsor. Yeah. All I have to say is that I drove off in my Volvo in a HUFT and left the guest standing outside the lift.
Before we start, I would like to address a comment that has come for Abbas.
Yeah, Urjita is looking very pretty.
No, for Abbas. This is more important. That fresh pink magnolia. Abbas is coming in like people's dreams now. So
I saw you in my dreams last night. You were reading all my questions, answering them. Well,
okay, so that's the Abbas for you. That's the romance.
Yeah, here's a leap of faith, okay? The fresh pink magnolia has to be a female. I mean, the chances are very high.
Yeah.
Right? So, Abbas, once again, you strike with your Don Juan charm.
Fresh pink says, I have work from home too after getting my baby.
Oh my God, you're married woman with a young child is mad.
Do I have a child? I don't know about. What the fuck is happening?
Yeah. So the husband was also working from home, apparently.
Sarah is in the comments saying, what the hell? All this competition.
Oh, crap.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, crap.
Fight over me, girls.
Okay, Volvo, Heads Up for Tails, revoke the sponsorship. It's become Abbas's show. I want out. I want out now.
Speaking of Abbas's show, I'm here to actually plug my own podcast. My co-host is running a little late because she's coming all the way from Kalyan, Cyrus.
She's not running late. The train is running late. We have to give her a benefit of doubt here.
Of course.
Yeah. So, but the studio is in faraway Khar and she comes from Ulhasnagar. People don't know outside Mumbai. Let me explain. Arey Baba, theek hai na. These details are not important if Jabalpur is listening. You lagao some name and explain the distance and get on with it. Okay.
Yeah. So in the meantime, our 12th man has stepped in, Sparsh, and he's covering it. But before we begin, my show is called Has It Aged Well? We will talk about it a little more in the future, as in this episode only.
Yeah. It's a bit arrogant and abrasive to say my show.
It is
you
my
sound
show.
like my friend.
But it is his show.
I mean,
Urjita
is not here
yet. It's your problem that you don't say that Cyrus Says is your show. You don't talk about it wherever you go. You should do that.
It, you idiot. You can't just say something. It's like when you have an ugly child, you don't say that's my child. You say that's the third one. It's always like that.
Well, apparently I do have another baby as mentioned in the comments, so I don't know. I'm a little confused.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
Sparsh, you're a little new to the whole concept. Let me explain to you. In this entire how many years? 5, 6, 7, almost 7 years ho gaya. In this entire time, there's only one guy who's got so much female attention. Yeah. That's Abbas. Something is not working out. Yeah. I don't see him as the most conventional, female magnet.
We are delivering some wrong message to the universe, and the universe is interpreting predicting
I'm
that.
worried about my sponsors because we are not able to predict what's happening on the show at all. Why is he getting all this female attention?
I mean, this thing keeps on going. Maybe Bumble or Tinder might be like...
Yeah, please, Bumble, Tinder, if you're listening.
I mean...
Volvo and Heads
what a
Up
change of
Hotels
sponsors.
are
Supercar.
Not a change of sponsors, but just
Bumble.
looking out for opportunities. You should like... Oh, you know about it.
But wait, if you're hosting the sponsored episodes in a Volvo, what will the Bumble sponsored episodes be shot in?
Oh, nice.
In
my house, you have to be dog
Fresh
friendly.
Magnolia's dreams.
But
wow. Four women I've counted, clearly, so far, who've shown interest in
who's
this
the
man.
fourth?
Right.
There's Sarah.
There is Sarah, there's Sunshine, there is
there's Pink Magnolia.
Pink
who just showed
Magnolia.
up. And who's the fourth one?
I just like the number.
Sunshine
Why do you have
is
to get
also
into
in the
detail
comments.
specific? Yeah. Is it worth fighting over a man? Doesn't sisterhood matter? Sunshine's trying to stop the revolution.
tell
Oh
me.
crap.
What's going on?
Yeah, that'll be a thing if all the women who
Showed
are
up at
in
a
the,
place.
Yeah, no, not in the place, in the studio. Like,
Yeah.
Kajol is in the chat. She's like, I'm not
Okay.
the fourth.
can we mention the comment that's on
But
the
Sparsh has the best
screen?
voice of all the panelists.
Yeah.
What have you guys called up your friends and asked them to just be on the show? Huh? I'm just getting a bad, horrible feeling here. This is like a major setup.
The amount of
best
fucking
voice.
trolling we get, it's like one positive comment for every 5 negative comments.
Can we just stick with the negative comments? That's a low standard.
Yeah,
we can
that's
stay with that.
true.
We're sure that will
Yeah,
stay
yeah.
forever. No pressure
Yeah.
after that.
Well, talking about
Abbas is
information,
music.
Urjita is here, guys.
Yeah, the actual co-host.
I'll be
of the
eating your
show.
leaf. Bye bye.
And Cyrus, when I
Bye,
said
Sparsh.
my show, I meant our show, me and Urjita, who has just joined in.
Yep, of course. And may I just
Hello.
say that we thank Sparsh for giving us that 8 minutes of beauty with the
Yes.
best voice out of all the panelists.
that's
Let
true.
me spit and let's get on. Hi, Urjita.
Hi, Cyrus. Hi. What's up?
Hi.
I'm so sorry I'm late.
My God, you look about Maya's age. I'm a little worried. Will the police be at my door in 5 minutes? What's going on? No, Bumble is no longer the sponsor. Just be very careful. Out.
No, Urjita is Urjita, actually introduce yourself. Why should I introduce
Yeah.
you?
Hi, guys. My
And
name is...
keep in mind that you're frozen on my screen visually.
Still?
So I can't see
No,
your expression.
that's not possible because you can see that she's changed the. The
No.
person has changed in the window.
It goes for 5 seconds. No, that is
That's
there.
okay.
But I like you're alive and looking vivacious.
Yes.
And she's just memory now for most of the show.
Hey, man,
And she
don't
just
say that.
started. What a paradox. Just came in and
This
she's a
could be
memory now.
foreshadowing too. Please don't
I
say
know.
that.
Oops, black tongue. Don't take a
Yeah.
train back late at night. Huh.
Wow.
Oh.
Yeah, please
Urjita, we
introduce
have a
yourself.
rule,
Huh.
but just
if
can I
you
tell
want
the
to
rules?
speak over Cyrus, don't hesitate because otherwise you won't get a chance to speak.
Is that the
No,
rule?
and
Yes.
yeah, that's one of the rules. But the more important rule is that if I say something funny,
Hmm.
Abbas will just tap you on your back and you will laugh as much as you can, even though you don't get the joke at all, because obviously it won't be. So just cooperate. That's how we keep the show running.
Okay,
Oh, and
but
one more thing.
Abbas will have to
Do
tell
not
me,
come on.
right?
Yeah, of course he'll have to tell you. He has to tell the listeners, everybody. He has to warn them. There's no way we can know it's funny. But one more thing. All women who come into contact with this man's voice and personality fall for him. This is a proven
Me?
scientific
Talking
fact.
about
We have
me?
the data. Yes, you. There's no
Okay.
other
Yeah,
man
actually,
here.
3-4
Oh.
women have got in touch with me asking
Oh,
about you. And actually,
interesting.
There you go.
I'm not kidding.
There you go. There you go.
Fresh
Fresh
Pink
Pink
Magnolia
Magnolia
says he's
says,
all
"I'm
yours.
just a fan."
No, please fight over me. I don't like this cooperation.
Fresh. Can I address Fresh? Fresh, if you don't mind. Urjita's not interested in him. She's saying that
Urjita's
there are
very
other
young.
women that she's met. Yeah.
Yeah.
Look, you don't make excuses for her.
And
All right.
I mean, I don't
there
know.
are market
I
both
shouldn't
hai,
comment
bhai.
on Urjita's personal life.
Supply both hai.
Abbas was this close to telling guys she has a boyfriend.
We'll come to Urjita. Wait, we'll expose you
Fine,
also. But in
yeah.
the meantime, I just want to mention economics-wise, supply and demand, dono both hai. Because the demand for you is a lot, and of course, looking at you, supply is lots. So everything is good. Everything is good here.
See, this kind of fat shaming I like when you give it a positive spin.
Where's the fat shaming?
There's a lot of you to go around.
Listen, bro, it's the result that matters, right?
No, I'm
like if
not
you're the best
complaining.
batsman in the team, it doesn't matter whether you're 5'1" or 6'4", right?
Sure.
So the main thing is exactly, and Urjita herself, and she's neutral in this.
Hmm.
She herself said a lot of girls are talking to her about you.
Yeah.
So I've got the data. You can talk to the other panelists. You can talk to all the guys who produce this show. They all know.
Sparsh just
Oh,
gave me
Shruti.
a
Hey, wait.
dirty look. Oh, wait. Shruti
wait.
has a comment. Yes,
Hold
Cyrus,
that.
go ahead.
I think it's my cousin Ashish from Delhi. He's a real prankster. Ashish, stop that.
Shruti says, not all women, Cyrus. I'm here for you and heart emoji.
Wow.
Cyrus is blushing, I guess.
Because Urjita, it's like, once in 4 years or something. I've never heard this kind of thing. It's been so long and so nice. I just hope she's not underage. Then the whole thing starts again. I don't want that tension here. I always find that the wrong age group likes me. Like 5-year-olds like me, 75-year-olds like me, but MILFs don't like me. And I love MILFs. I'm a MILF lover.
Okay then. Hemisha says she's also Shruti me too here for Cyrus. There, you got 2 female fans.
They just want to shut me up. See, nobody thought
I don't know
about
you,
way,
but Hemisha doesn't look 5, so I think.
Urjita, where did that come from?
Urjita is a roast master.
Fresh Magnolias just had a baby. So obviously we have all kinds of ages here.
Her exact words were, "I am work from home after getting my baby." So I don't know if it means
she didn't go to the provision store and get the baby.
But it can be picking up from school or something. I don't know.
After having the baby, yaar.
Okay.
That's what she meant to say, right? Getting the baby is a kidnap.
Actually, that makes more
sense. Then we need to call. We have to make the call right now.
To Pink Lemonade. No, what's her name? Pink Flamingos.
Don't act. Oh, arrogance. Arrogance. I'm not doing this show. Urjita, look at that. He knows very well every single letter and dot and every single name of every girl who's given him compliments, and he's acting so offhandish.
These friends of yours who are asking about me have asked after listening to the podcast.
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
Nice.
No, Abbas.
Means the podcast is working.
They saw you on the train.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow. A funny
Let's
girl
end
who likes
the show.
you.
I have.
Don't go for that girl, because that girl will be competitive. It won't work. Comedians don't get along, and it won't work.
I thought Abbas was really excited at the prospect of.
Wait.
I mean,
my male milfs are coming through.
Rohit Atre says, what about male attention, Cyrus? We're all here for you.
Hey, but I've been quite the boy magnet. I'll be honest with you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I think I should have been gay. I honestly think I would have done much better as a gay man. And there's a lot of gayness about me also, Like, I spend a lot of time playing with my face and things like that, which is slightly more gay than straight kind of behavior. Saukar, gay. Yeah. Kunal, gay. We're all gay. We just don't know we're gay. I know so many men like us. Chinappa, gay. I got to tell you. God, we're gay.
What was in the MTV water that all of you turned gay?
Are you saying that ये मतलब पानी पीने से gay बन जाते हैं?
I mean, I don't know.
You're talking like.
One second, he works for Patanjali. Abbas is the CEO of Patanjali. It's there all the products.
Harsh is asking, Cyrus, are you a DILF?
No, I'm a DILF.
Me? How can I be a DILF? I'm not a D.
No, he's saying me, Baba. Don't worry. Just because you've lost hair, everybody knows you're younger than me.
Exactly.
Okay? Let's be, the two ends are, there's me at one end of the age, there's Urjita at the other end of the age, and there's you in the middle. I think that's where.
No, actually, Sparsh is the youngest person in this room.
And his hair is as beautiful as hers. Huh? I have to tell you. Talk about gay.
Actually, his hair is better, much better. एक conditioner कौन सा लगाता है?
Conditioner नहीं, genetic की बात है भाई. Genetic. It's beautiful. Yeah.
Actually, when your dad was here, we should have been like.
No, you can't pull his dad's hair and check, you idiot.
No, I mean like. Or maybe it comes from the mom. I don't know. Yeah.
Mostly from the mom. We've discussed this as well. Mostly
do you have siblings, Sparsh? No, it doesn't have.
So, Abbas, when you meet your mama.
No, my male pattern baldness runs in my family. My dad started losing hair. My uncle started losing hair.
Lottery की बात नहीं है. There's no hope. That's it. Yeah, great.
Yeah.
But you didn't mention what we're doing before. We should have gone into that when she sat down.
So like I mentioned up top, me and Urjita have a new podcast called Has It Aged Well? It's available on the IVM Pop podcast feed as well.
Sounds vulgar. Sounds very vulgar.
Has it aged well?
It aged well.
Yes. Well, anything that gets more listens, I'm up for it. So we still haven't introduced.
Why don't you just call it?
Officially.
You should have gone for a name like Benchot. Everybody would have told
that goes a little away from what we're trying to do, na?
Why? Look at our show.
We're trying to assess. This show can be called Benchot. This show can definitely be called Benchot.
Benchot yourself.
But our show.
I mean, let's be honest. Abbas won't be the first dude.
Can I read the sponsor out with this title?
To sell galis. Abbas won't be the first bald dude to sell galis on
as a USP.
Yeah.
Oh.
Or the first fat guy.
Anupam ji. Okay. Let's move on.
Okay, now. Okay. Oh, I see. Okay, Anupam was the first guest.
I don't know.
No.
I thought you were going to say Tanmay because All India Bakchod
had
Bakchod.
No, I said bald guy. The first bald guy to sell galis. So Raghu Rajiv.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay, I didn't frame it properly. Sorry, my bad.
Baba, Roadies, India's greatest cinematic work after Sholay. Obviously, you didn't tell us that. Yeah.
Only the Roadies bikes did not have a sidecar for your best friend.
Well, forget that. They had a shell without an engine. I told you that story, right? When we were in the Parel office, we had all the Honda bikes parked outside.
Okay.
And the guys would come to look at them or whatever. And sometimes they had one bike or whatever, and then they had to take it back to the factory, which was somewhere in North India, to get the engine fitted. That is a bike that doesn't bike till you go all the way back there and then get the engine fitted, then right back. Yeah,
Wow.
so it was sort of roadies meets Bakra. It was fun.
So behind all that anger, there was a reason.
See, I have a theory. Corporates are lovely, but what happens is once the deal is done, nobody cares. Right till the deal is done and goes on is all great. Once it's done, then it's your problem to find the product.
Okay.
That's why I'm so glad we don't have a shampoo and conditioner product. I mean, it won't work on our show for sure.
And I probably wouldn't be on any of the episodes as long as they are the sponsors.
No, but we could use you as a testimonial if you only use Head and Shoulders.
Yeah.
No.
Me as the before guy, Sparsh as the after guy.
Yeah, well, I suppose that makes sense. That's right. Yeah, 50-year gap between them. But Urjita just kept quiet while we are rambling away. And I can't
This is your cue to speak.
What? I got so lost. First, I thought you were talking about roadies. Then I realized you were talking about some shell and engine.
We were not talking about roadies. Your love for Raghu Rajiv brought them in.
Welcome to Cyrus Says, Urjita, aka Bhencho.
Yeah.
Okay, I will just introduce myself quickly. Hi guys, my name is...
One sec. Urjita, this is not a Miss India show. You don't have to come on stage and present something. It's okay. What's she doing? I can't see her, that's why. I can only see... Abbas, can you sit there and let her sit here?
Like I can actually. Should I do that, Sparsh?
Yeah, because then I can see her. Because you don't...
No, Rishi says
you don't even move.
Rishi has...
Who the hell is Rishi? He spells his name with H.
The guy who runs this ship, apparently.
His name is H-R-I-S-H. I already know the guy has got issues. Okay, it's Rishi.
Okay, every time you tell me you can't see Urjita, I can turn my webcam. And
is something wrong with this cam?
Not for us, but for Cyrus. Okay. I don't know.
No, they always give the guest the weaker cam. It's just some complex the panelists have. The permanent panelists.
But she's kind of part of the network now. She's the co-host on my show called Has It Aged Well, now streaming on the IVM feed and YouTube
Sorry
channel.
to interrupt, but what happened for me is her visual, it froze with her middle finger in front of the camera, right in front of my face like that. I want to know if that was a deliberate thing or it actually froze. Because I'm getting...
Was it deliberate?
I never showed my middle finger to Cyrus.
I promised you it was there for 10 seconds. My daughter left the room.
I think somebody has hacked the system and somebody else.
No, she went to touch the camera and she did like this while touching the
guys,
camera.
my name is Urjita Abbas. I'm a stand-up comedian and a writer, and I'm a person. I'm the co-host of another IVM podcast called Has It Aged Well. Yes, thank you. Please, I have one mom, one dad. Please,
I think our show is so bad, Abbas, that everybody else comes here to save their show. That's the only point.
That's kind of true, yeah. But let me tell you what the show is about, Cyrus. Would you like to know?
Yes, you're the anchor. You should be telling us.
So, as the name suggests, Has It Aged Well? On each of the episode, we take one movie from a time when we were young, and Urjita was very, 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 very young. And
so this is relative.
Yeah.
For me, young was, like, let's say, Trishul. Trishul was when I was young.
Trishul was
and
which
for
year?
her, Savaria was when she was young. So just look at the
Actually, yeah, and I was a teenager when Savaria was released. So yeah, you get different perspectives. Hair? I did have hair back then, yes.
Oh boy, sorry to bring it up. Sorry to bring those memories back.
No, it's okay. Savaria was still worse. Concept. Actually, no, I like Savaria, as I've mentioned on the episode.
It wasn't bad. It was just slow.
Yeah, I mean, you're talking about a Sanjay Leela Bhansali film. This week, the episode that has released is about a Sanjay Leela Bhansali film, which is Devdas, Shah Rukh Khan's Devdas.
Just a question, now that you bring up the name. The Leela, apparently is his mother's name.
Yes.
Why does he keep... Is there a reason why the mother's name is in the middle of his name?
Rhyme scheme.
Okay, fine.
Wow, I've never seen you take an answer at face value like that and move on.
No, but she's frozen to me, no? So in a sense that good. Was a waste of time.
Is that all it took?
Yeah, but I can't communicate with someone. It's like a corpse.
Yeah.
I only have you, Abbas, and her voice.
That's
why I wanted her to sit there. Then I could talk to her and ignore you, which would be better for all of us.
We'll try and see what we can do to make it.
I like how Cyrus is getting the perfect podcast experience when it comes to me. He can only hear me.
So we've released 2 episodes so far.
I'm not flirting with you, so don't scream or shout. But you've got a pretty face and you're a young girl. And I was thinking that visually that's more interesting to look at than this youngish male with this visage, which in some cultures is I'm sure there are cultures around the world where it's a very, very tender and loving sort of experience to see your face as well.
Yes.
But hey, Whatever. We'll stay with the way it is. That's fine. Abbas, we'll have to look at you. And you were saying, so does it age well?
Has it aged well? We've released 2 episodes so far. The first one was Dil Chahta Hai, and this week was Devdas. On Monday, so new episodes release every Monday.
You won't be able to tell us, right? Because that's like an answer. Is there an answer at the end where you agree?
That's the good thing about the show is because we have 3
Devdas,
people.
Did it age well?
Not really. Not exactly.
No?
There are aspects of it which have not aged very well. The first half of the film reminds me of a K serial because it's all scheming and family politics, and there's
so which Devdas is Guru Dutt Devdas or Shah Rukh Khan?
No, this is the Shah Rukh Khan Devdas. Guru Dutt didn't make a Devdas. Funny. It was Dilip Kumar.
Dilip Kumar, Guru Dutt. Come on, I'm going back in time. I'm old. I can't remember everything. I got to Trishul safely.
We've mentioned the Bimal Roy Devdas once or twice, but the episode is specifically.
So my point is, Vinay Joshi saying Urjita is cute.
Vinay is an ex-producer of the show.
Oh my God! Violent FIR. Something has to be done. This is his contribution for 2 years. Nothing on the show, and now flirting with a guest. And we've never heard his voice.
Urjita, can you curse Vinay in Marathi?
Kai re bawat.
Did you hear that, Cyrus?
I'll do it in Parsi Marathi. Okay. I Zavaria, Kutre Chapillu, Halkat.
From the makers of TVZ Diamond, we have I Zavaria Jewelers.
I Zavaria.
Oh, I Zavaria almost seems like a prestigious name, and joining us today is Mr. I Zavaria.
Abbas, this happened to me where I got into a fight when I was a younger man and abusing in Marathi because the guy was abusing in Marathi and he started laughing. The fight got diffused. But my respect went out of the window. The guy was like, I can't fight this joker. That's it. Where were we? Did it age well? Has it aged well?
So that's the plugging part.
Why didn't it age well? Who knows if it aged?
The first film we covered, Dil Chahta has actually aged well. It's the basics of the film are still in place.
If I may add, if there's anybody who is considering watching or listening to our podcast, Has It Aged Well, I just want to tell you guys that Salman Khan has done a cameo in the movie and nobody knows about this, but we talk about it. Yeah, if you want to know where he made that cameo and kaun si screen mein hua hai, please check out our podcast.
Is he playing the role of a guy who drinks a lot and then drives?
You're close, but not really.
Hey, we are not talking about life. We are talking about Devdas, the movie.
Stop it. Let it go. Don't be mean. He's a nice guy. Okay. Where were we?
Plugging the show.
My God, you guys are so slow.
So Has It Aged Well on the IVM Pop channel. Check it out.
How many times are you going to plug your show?
Because that's what I'm here to do. In the second half, Cyrus, we're going to discuss
Welcome to Cyrus Says, Cock and Bull, presented by Volvo Car India with Pet Care Partners, Heads Up for Tails.
In the second half, we're going to discuss your filmography and see how many of those films have aged well. Yes, filmography. Wow. Yeah. 20 minutes in and Abbas's plug is still not complete. It's complete. I have plugged it multiple times.
Proud mama feels right now.
You want to say anything, Urjita, about the show before we move on to the topics?
No, but that's it. I feel like people know about this show and they can directly listen to it.
I would just like to mention some films in the future we're going to talk about. We're going to have a Satya episode.
The plug isn't over.
The
plug isn't effing over.
The plug is in the middle.
We were also going to discuss the show that Cyrus starred in, right? The Friends Ka Indian remake. No, the Friends Ka Indian remake.
That's a serial.
Friends. That's a serial.
This is only cinema.
No, we're open to television as well.
We can make an exception. We can make an exception, I think.
But that means, Urjita, now you can't back down on this. You have to watch every single of those episodes. Okay, I think there are 10 or 11 of them.
9 aired, I think, if I'm not wrong.
9. Yeah. There are 9 episodes. You have to watch all 9. Abbas, you watched them? Is that how your hair fell?
I won't lie, it's my guilty pleasure. Whenever I don't have anything to watch or I'm feeling a little heavy, I go to Hello Friends.
Hey, we've discussed this again. Come on, guys. If things are really bad, they're always good to watch.
Yeah.
Really bad is good, good is good, and middle is horrible.
Friends,
middle
the original TV show had 9 seasons and you had 9 episodes. So in essence,
original had more than 9 seasons, Baba.
No. Oh, 10 seasons. You're
10
right,
seasons,
yes.
yeah.
10 seasons. No.
In your, I mean, the Hello Friends is one episode is equivalent to like a whole season of Friends. That's how.
But I got out of it in 4 episodes. I made some lies up and I walked out of it. Yeah, I walked out not because of the quality of the thing. The shooting was too long. 5-6 days. They wanted an MTV. We had other commitments and all. That was a little difficult.
Do you remember where you used to shoot it?
somewhere beyond Goregaon, but it was not on the highway.
But do you think
far away.
But do you think you would have regretted leaving the show agar wo aage jaake famous ho jata to?
No, but I was under contract. So the thing is, I had to do a lot more work than Nikhil and Maria at that time.
Oh.
So they had fixed shows, but I do all the event shows. No, they make me go and meet people and all that. I do all that extra stuff. So all those dates were clashing. So I just got out. I had no idea how good or bad it was, and I never paid attention. It's like the podcast. So no, I can't really tell you how good or bad it is. I'm just passing time. But no, I knew because he was translating it from English to Hindi all the time. It just doesn't translate properly.
Yeah,
you have to change it. You can't just translate it like we discussed it. Let's not discuss it.
Was there a Hindi equivalent of how you doing that Joey used to say?
Kya kar rahi ho?
Kya kar rahi ho?
Yeah. Or the Hindi equivalent would be something that Akshay Kumar used to say. Oh, kithe ja rahi hai gobinda phool ban ke.
Yeah, see, now we should have had her playing
Actually,
Joey.
I would fall for that
difference.
more than how you do.
Yeah. Anyway, enough of hello friends. Let's go back to our enemies. So you said movies coming up is in your plug, which started in the first minute.
On Monday, we are dropping an episode about Rang De Basanti, and Meghnad is going to be the guest for that one. So do look out for that.
Yeah. And did you see Jesus of Montreal or not?
No, I didn't. Is it based off of that?
Yeah. Watch Jesus of Montreal.
Okay. So now let's come to the proper cock and bull that we do.
Promise me you'll watch Jesus of Montreal, because I think some of these films have been given iconic position when they really don't deserve it. Yeah, okay.
I'll check it out, yes. Who's in
and make sure you mention.
Well, now it'll have to go as an additional piece of audio because the episode is kind of ready to be released.
Redo it. You're a perfectionist, Abbas. Redo it.
Okay, done. Jesus of Montreal. So today's sustainability story of the day, which comes to us powered by Volvo XC40 Recharge, is so Bangalore is called India's Silicon Valley, but very soon Telangana might be called India's Lithium Valley.
Within the next week.
Yes, because we have now mentioned it. Because at least 5 popular EV companies have agreed to set up manufacturing units in the state. Telangana recently instituted the electric vehicle and energy storage policy that has resulted in a friendly environment for all EV companies regardless of size. The government arm of the Telangana state...
See, Urjita, size is not important. It's important that you remember what he's trying to say here. And KCR, of course, is I think one of the best CMs in the country.
I love this abbreviation. The Telangana State Renewable Energy Development Corporation Limited, or TSREDCO, is also setting up charging stations and battery centers across the state. So, yeah, Telangana might very soon become...
So here's another slap on Maharashtra's face. Telangana was not a state until a few years ago, and they've already gone ahead.
Yes.
Just Maharashtra, if you're listening, we had 2 Dussehra rallies, okay?
Yeah.
2, with the same party. The same party was 2 different rallies.
Which one did you go to, Cyrus?
So I took a I Love Uddhav sign and I went to Shinde's by mistake. And then I had to...
And you made it out alive?
No, so I quickly changed it to I Love Shinde, but then I forgot I had that when I went back to Uddhav. So, it didn't work out in the end. Yeah.
Okay. I've seen pictures of the Shivaji Park rally. I don't know how well or not well the other one did.
Bro, haven't we discussed this before? And this is not Maharashtra, this is north, south, east, west of India. That the politics is such that you, as an actor, they actually give you a package.
Yeah.
These trucks come in, you're given like a khana ka box, like a breakfast or whatever, evening snack if it's evening or whatever. And, and then they fill up the place. The same guys can come back for your opposing party or somebody else or some corporate event. You just pay them the rate. That's it. I was saying as our career goes in the wrong direction, we should try this. What the hell, yeah? You'll bring a packet of food home. And you get maybe $500. At least when you enter the house, you've done something with your life. This podcast, what have you done? Nothing. Not a rupee.
That's actually true.
Not a rupee.
I go home empty-handed.
Every day your parents look at you with shame.
Abbas, I'll give you a fruity ka packet while leaving. Promise,
not
yes.
enough. Okay. His father is a doctor. His uncles are doctors. His sister's a doctor. And he's a bloody moron. Come on. It's not easy.
Hey, I'm here to plug my podcast. I have that.
Okay.
Me and Urjita, both of our podcasts called Has It Aged Well? Available now. Find IVM Pop and tune in.
Also available on
Abbas
Zomato.
is so good at this. Abbas he'll be talking normally, he'll be having a regular conversation, but while plugging our podcast, suddenly radio wala ki aur Devi aur Sajjano.
No, but Urjita, can I tell you, and people have observed this as well, he's got a voiceover like voice. He's got a natural voice which sounds like like an elder brother.
As mentioned earlier, I'm getting female attention from Urjita's friends after the podcast has come out. Yeah. Did I tell you this, that once after a show, after a stand-up show, a woman came to me and she said, "Your voice is so calming. I feel like giving my daughter away in marriage to your son." And I'm like, "Ma'am, I was 29 at that point."
Just wear a wig and come back.
Dude,
wear a wig and come back.
She just Amitabh Bachchan you, dude.
Come on. It's so simple. You say,
like,
ma'am,
it's at once a compliment, but it's also
wig
like
back.
What wig back?
You just say, ma'am, give me 2 minutes and you come back as your son.
As my
you
son.
wear a wig, no?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, dad just
I am
mentioned
Farooq
you.
here. I'm Abbas's son. What's up? And, wink, wink.
Right.
And then, whatever happens, mother, daughter, whoever. I mean, that's not our business. That's the end of the story is yours. And has it aged well? We'll find out.
But I need to know, Samir Kolpekar is saying, Abbas, can you tell the podcast name again? It's called Has It Aged Well? Streaming now. Clips can be found.
You do realize he's being sarcastic, right?
I don't care. I'm going to plug it.
The biting sarcasm of the listener who can't take it anymore. They hate me. They hate you. But this poor young girl who's done no wrong.
Here's the best part. If you subscribe to IVM Pop, not only do you get my show, you also get another show from Snehil Aneja called Pop Rap. And Silvery is going to come up with a new show, a movie quiz show that you can also watch and listen. So you get 3 shows to begin with. And then there'll be many more.
The only one who qualifies for IVM Pop is me. I'm the only father out of all guys on the panel. Okay, so this is my show's new name. Welcome to IVM Pop, brought to you by Volvo Car India and Petcare partner Heads Up for Tails.
There's your clip, Sparsh. Please put this out as a clip. Because now people will think we've got the sponsor.
IVM Pop. We've got a new t-shirt. Finally, we'll make a sale. Yes. IVM Pop. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
So, shall we take a break? It's 34 minutes.
Yes, we need to take a break.
Urjita is going on talking.
I know, right?
Unnecessary.
Yeah.
No more women on the panel. They don't know how to behave. I've been telling you this from the beginning. Okay. Only straight men who are actually gay can come on this show.
So
Saukar, Vijayakar, Chinnappa, Naveen. No, Naveen is actually gay. We can't have him. That's too dangerous. He's like too gay. Yeah. So we take a break.
So that you haven't met his partner then, if you think Naveen is too gay.
Oh my God.
He makes these jokes. I'm not putting these.
Naveen's the butch. No, Naveen's like the Randy Savage macho man.
Kind of, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Ouch. Well, let's get the girl to say something. She doesn't say anything.
I just noticed how Cyrus started blushing the moment you said you should meet his partner.
At my age, what does it matter? Male, female, gorilla, silverback. Are we taking a break?
Yes, we are.
You want to plug your show? You haven't finished.
Has It Aged Well? On IVM Pop. 2 episodes are out so far. Dil Chahta Hai and Devdas. New episode will be out on Monday.
Play the commercial while he tells us more. Go on.
Has It Aged Well is a wonderful podcast where each episode, me and Urjita take a movie.
Rishi, play the break. Hey guys, I want to show you power in my hands. Okay, I'm 51. Urjita, I'm so strong. I'm really strong. Check this out. I can break the glasses with my fingers in 2.
Whoa, can you put it back together?
That's because of engineering and my degree in electronics.
Right.
Yeah, there you go.
Whoa,
Done.
Wow.
Amazing.
So you know what happened? I broke my glasses, which are actually proper. So now I'm using, these are like my mother's glasses and the number is wrong for me. But I have no choice. Why are you looking at your watch? That's bad body language. When I talk, look at your watch.
Me?
Who?
I'm
You'll
not looking
upset
at
me.
my watch.
I'll behave like Nasir. You behave like this, he'll throw you out of experimental while the play is going on.
It's been
You'll be
30
very
seconds
careful.
since I
There, look at
haven't
your
plugged my podcast.
Oh.
So I'm like...
Oh, that's fair.
But
you
Samir
should look at your
Kolpekar
watch.
has put a comment saying pop culture isn't just movies, should add books and podcasts too, which is why I'm asking you to subscribe to IVM
Samir, do they look like they read?
Our show is
Beyond
about
text.
movies,
Come
but
on.
there'll be other shows about other pop culture as well. Like we're dropping
Books.
We're dropping a
In the
Honey
words
Singh
of-
song reaction on the YouTube channel either today or tomorrow.
Well, I just
So,
want to address the book thing because in the words of Urjita's generation,
Yes.
books, wo kya hai? You have to first start there because I don't
She's a
understand how you
writer.
have any
Did she tell you that?
Somebody just said Cyrus thinks
Texting
Urjita
is not
9.
writing. 9.5. And Abbas, let me tell you, texting is not writing. Please remember this, okay?
No,
This is-
she's
I am
written
genuinely
for...
a writer.
She's a writer. She's written for your medium, television.
I know the listeners agree, but let's have a generation fight here. Our
Yeah.
spellings from say up to 90s and maybe 2000, early 2000 is much better than the last 15-year generation. From say 2003, 4 onwards.
Spellings of
whoever
what?
was in
Names
school.
or words?
Just general. We are able to spell because we were trained to spell properly and we read properly. I'm talking about English medium in English, but obviously Hindi medium will be in Hindi. The same thing applies. But let me tell you, you guys can't spell. Now, I don't want to ask you how old you are because that's rude. But if you can tell me the year of your birth,
It's
that will-
not true. Acha, oh wow. You think people can't calculate? That's the problem. I'm 24.
I just
It's
don't want to
fine. It's not rude to ask.
24.
Yeah.
My God.
Full 15 years
Ouch.
older than how old you thought she was.
Hey, this is almost same age as my son. But my question is, so can you spell? Can she spell? Can I test?
I can.
I test?
Yeah, of course.
Okay,
Oh,
spell
spelling bee.
encyclopedia. without stopping.
ENCYCLOPEDIA.
I don't know if that's correct. Let's move on. I'm feeling sweaty. I can't remember the spelling. It's been a long time.
No, but I get where you're coming from. Our generation, briefly we had stopped like spelling words the way they were because of the text message ka limit. Back when we had 99 का SMS packs, but अभी तो नहीं, अभी तो autocorrect की वजह से सब नहीं भी आता होगा तो भी सबको आते हैं.
So that's what. So we sound like complex old fools. I'll accept that. But the point is that basic spelling, taka-tak spelling, that doesn't happen with this generation like it would happen with up to Abbas. By the way, is not older than me. He's actually younger. Not. Don't judge by the some people smart Alex.
Look, I used to be very stickler for spellings and grammar and all of that, and I used to be proud grammar Nazi type of a person. But over the years, I feel like if someone is making an attempt to speak another language which is not their mother tongue, right? They're making that effort. So let's not be obsessive over it. You can.
That's a different correct issue. Them that's a different issue altogether.
But not be like, oh, तेरे को ये भी spelling नहीं आता, क्या सीखा तूने? Like that's
different. We're talking about your peers. Don't talk about people who are obviously they're making an effort. That's different. But if Silvery is writing to you and he writes, "How cool are you?" and it's just like 3 letters to explain the whole sentence. Then what about that?
I'm fine. Will be just the letter M, the letter F, and the number 9. I'm fine.
5
So with my daughter text. My daughter texting, half the time I'm asking, what is that? Everything. With the emoji also, what is that? I feel bad after some time because, I can just imagine the conversation. It's like, what is that? Every second line is, what is that? That should be the new podcast. What is that?
Well, we have What the Hell Navya, another podcast you can find on the IBM Podcast Network.
There you
go. No, but I'm saying some of these things, like, for example, FYI is fine, like for your information, or ICYMI. In case you missed it.
Guys, when FOMO was doing the rounds initially, I thought it meant something to do with the F word. Okay, so I was trying my best.
Fuck off, something.
But then what's O, right? And then MO. So I was like a mother, and then what? So I was stumbling, but I said it's got to be there in that family.
Right.
And then it turns out to be fear of what?
Missing out.
Right. Ouch. Pull that one out of the hat.
Right.
Okay. Chalo, topic number 1.
Yeah, let's do a topic. And then I also want to briefly mention your filmography, Cyrus. So
it's brief only. Yeah, go ahead.
Kanye West has launched a new fashion line. He made this surprise fashion show at the Paris
How is this information going to make my life better?
No, but honestly, the fashion show was controversial because he launched t-shirts that say White Lives Matter.
Was he being sarcastic? I feel like he was being sarcastic.
He thinks he was being sarcastic, but it doesn't come across as sarcastic because
I don't think he was being sarcastic.
Literally putting...
He's quite the nut. He might be also thinking enough of this. Let's try a different track.
Yeah. And he used...
So what happens if you're one of those few white people who didn't have white privilege? And, there are enough of those as well. It's a bit...
But would you still agree that the number of white people who did have privilege and did rule over...
Bro, I've lost interest in this wokeism. And, this screaming and crying for parity for everything. It just drives me nuts, I think people are just too complex and they drive me crazy and I can't bear it, honestly, frankly. So I've gone on the other side anyway. But I'm thinking not to become right-wing. Like right-wing for everything. Just start abusing people. I'll feel better. It's like therapy. You're fat. I hate you. You're old. I hate you. You're this religion. I hate you. You're that caste. I hate you. It's just the way to go, man. You feel that human spirit after that. You feel good.
You sounded just like you do right now, Cyrus. Like nothing would change if that happened.
I just don't want the FOMO of not being right wing when it was cool. Okay, please.
That's true. Yeah. But he also used the right wing Candace Owens, who is a right wing commentator, to model for his line of.
I follow Candace. I'm following too many. I won't call a right wing, but conservative. Let's use the word conservative. Right wing. Then we look at what's happening in our country has to do basically with religious polarization.
Right.
But there it's to do with other. It's not. It doesn't just go to the realm of religion.
The whole issue about immigrants and the anti-immigrant.
It's one of the issues, but it's much more than that.
Trump banned Muslims from entering America when he was president. So
it's very much also a financial divide, also, which people don't look at, which becomes a big thing, and then gets colored into all these other things also. When you look at conservative thinking versus non-conservative, sometimes.
But that's the thing, right?
Sorry.
As an African American man
You're speaking as an African American.
No, I'm not speaking. I'm saying Kanye West as an African American man
he set it up like that as an African American. This empathy. This is like a man feeling he's pregnant.
Man, I don't know if I'll get into trouble.
You want to
for
speak
this,
on behalf of women also, Abbas?
Yeah, might as well. As a black woman who's pregnant, go ahead.
Yeah. As a black woman who's pregnant, whose pronouns are they, them.
Who's practicing lesbianism? Yes. Don't stop, bro.
Actually, I shouldn't
go
say
for
that.
it all.
Why is Cyrus reading
Not on the
his,
episode I'm plugging my podcast
But why-
on.
Why is Cyrus constantly reading his browser history?
These answers, Cyrus. See?
Bacho,
Yeah.
where's my chappal? Can you spell fucking chappal?
Yeah, so last
Where do we
word
go
on,
with this?
Urjita, what's your take on Kanye West?
Yeda hai.
It also has ye in it. So yeah, he'll be
But
happy.
remember, guys, he wanted to stand for president.
President, yeah.
I think
Wasn't that-
I just feel annoyed that men in general are allowed to get away with so much shit. Ye Kanye West itna bhi I can't even pronounce his name. I just
Kanye.
I end up saying Kalyan West instead of
Oh, there you go. Shavik Bhakti,
Wow.
Kalyan West.
So
Great
we
minds
couldn't have,
think
we could have,
alike.
this couldn't have been orchestrated. This
I
is
know, it
fantastic.
couldn't have been.
Yeah.
Shavik's not in
Yeah.
the studio
But what
with
do you-
us.
You're saying men in general, but what do you call a gay general?
Huh?
Huh?
What?
General in men.
General? Why would you call
okay,
them
let's just-
anything else?
Yeah. I think we need to do like a class for Cyrus.
Cleansing.
Well, we've been trying,
LGBTQ
Urjita, for the last
community.
7 years. That's how this
And also
podcast
the-
started.
Okay, I'm
yeah.
taking Urjita
Anyway.
off the panel. And I was going to put her in the nice visual area. She's gone now. She's a memory. She's like, what is that fresh daffodils in the beginning? Magnolia?
Pink flamingos.
What?
No?
You don't even remember
I
your
don't
own?
know. Wasn't it pink flamingos?
Boss.
Pink flamingo. I
See,
if you're
Urjita,
still
see how
here.
arrogant he is.
I'm
Oh
not
my
arrogant. I'm
God,
just
this is-
forgetful. Meri umar ho rahi
No,
hai.
you're pretending not to
No,
remember.
Baba.
Your heart was beating really fast when you saw that. And oh, man.
Well, she did say she dreamt about me, and I was reading out her
I know.
questions, and then
I
she
was
didn't
so- I
read
was
Sorry,
it.
who are
horrified.
you talking about?
So there was a
You
commenter. in
learn
the
to come on
beginning.
time, Bachu. Learn to come on time. Okay, now watch the show. But the show's called
she's back.
Cyrus Says, Cock and Bull.
She.
Hi, Abbas. Sorry, I'm reading all my questions.
Oh, yeah,
This is what
this is
came.
the earlier comment. See, fresh pink magnolia. Oh,
Let
I don't know why I thought.
Let Urjita react now. Let's
Sure.
just get a fresh take. Ha, bolo.
Can we have
What
the
did you
comment
feel?
up
The
on
comment,
the screen,
yeah.
please?
Yeah, just let us see. it
Rishi's
again.
searching for it. We still have a tight budget. He's scrolling through.
Always.
It's not.
There you go.
Okay, hi Abbas. Okay, should I read it in her voice?
Sure.
Hi Abbas, I saw you in my dreams last night. You were reading all my questions and answering them. Oh, nice. So
Star
basically,
emoji.
And then that
Star.
emoji.
So
What's
basically-
that?
you were her examiner then, her supervisor. You were just.
ये SNM picture नहीं है. This woman is very
Ooh.
dangerous.
Yeah, I know.
Oh,
That's why I got her
Oh,
on as a
you-
co-host.
yeah. And it looks like you're quite happy with the. Okay, leave it. Let's go.
No,
Let's
I
just
am
move
happy.
on.
She's a great co-host to bounce off ideas.
Great.
Yeah.
For you, huh?
Yes.
I want Kajol back. Where's my Kajol?
Kajol
just
was
kidding,
in the
Urjita.
comments. I don't know if she still is.
Somebody said, I wonder what Kajol, Cyrus, and Urjita on the show would be like.
We'll find out soon.
Abbas,
You know
do
what
you
that
want to you want to say as
Abbas,
Kajol?
As a
no.
As the
representative of
representative
Kajol.
of Kajol.
But what it means is that I don't like you, Abbas.
No,
That's what
it's
Samir
okay.
is trying to say. He's saying, I
Sa-
want Kajol and
being-
Urjita and me. What the
I've
hell's
done
going
my
on?
share of being on this show every day.
You have become the
Hmm.
lover of all women and the
Yeah.
hated by all men. You understand? You're that character now. Men hate you and
I'll
envy
take
you, and women love and lust after you.
So
I'll
you're
take
Shah
what a
Rukh Khan.
Kind of, yeah. Should I spread out
Yeah,
my hands?
but men like Shah Rukh. Men
Speaking
like
of Shah Rukh, that's a film that stars him called
Let me call
Devdas.
Naveen. Are we supposed to like Shah Rukh or not?
on Has It Aged Well this week. Can you put the link in the comments? I don't know the link are not clickable,
Hey,
but
bro,
still.
you plugged it for half an hour. You want the link? You want to override the show with your poster?
Link,
I mean, all the comments are about
For
you.
people not watching
you
this
should-
live, the link will be in the description, so please click on them. Or if
Hey,
you're listening
Hamisha
to
saying,
this in
"Agla
audio-
topic, Abbas bhai.
So
Agla topic."
I wanted to do something fun, go through your filmography, Cyrus, and just sort of. The show is called Has It Aged Well, but we basically just geek out over movies. So let's discuss some of
Can
the
we just
ones.
answer and say no?
No, some of them have. I have my own take. So your first
So-
film credit according to
So why don't I read my paper while you do your whole thing?
No, you. I want you
sorry,
also
go
to be a part of it. The first credited appearance is on Jalwa in 1987, which is a year before I was born.
That's
You
when
have
we
you
shot
have
in '86.
you have memories of it, Cyrus?
Yeah. That age, I remember everything.
Okay.
Everything, not a problem. मैं मापसा मार्केट चला गया था दीदी तुम्हें याद नहीं आज राखी है आई एम सॉरी दीदी and she slept
And how old
and
were
then
you?
all the
at
boys
that
in
time?
class were said because she was a well-built, good-looking woman, Archana Puran Singh.
Right.
Not the kind of avatar you guys have seen her in. She was very sexy.
Yeah,
not to say she's not
sexy. What are you saying?
No, but she was like really, really hot. And
Like now she's sexy and she can slam me on her bed.
Huh?
No, now she laughs too much.
I mean, she's got strong arms, is what I'm trying to say.
Oh my god! Oh my god! You're making me blush now with embarrassment.
No, I mean, I'm saying some guys might be into that. Is all I'm saying. Like,
okay, let's finish this
like
fast into the aim.
If Archana happens to listen to this podcast, she will lose her laughter.
No. We'd love to have you, Archana Puran Singh. Please come to the show.
1 second. That's a lie, Urjita. You don't understand. This is how innocent you are. Archana will only laugh if we pay a hell of a lot of money. Okay, it doesn't happen easily.
Urjita's written reality shows, so she knows a thing or two about them.
Exactly.
What you write reality shows, huh?
Abbas. Abbas.
Yeah.
You know how they shoot it? Have you ever been on a reality show shooting? They shoot our expressions and all later.
I know.
They put the clothes on you, and now you're laughing, and they're cutting to that laugh with anything at any time and all. It's ridiculous. It's so terrible. I hate television. I also hate podcasts. I don't know. I hate everything.
Your second credit is the animated film Ramayan, Legend of Prince Ram, where you did the voice of Angad.
Oh wow!
Yes.
Really?
Yep.
Hey.
Yeah, I did many voices. Many people didn't turn up. I had to do lots of small lines. Every Sena in the world, I played that character. The soldiers dying, fighting, shooting, all that. Lots of stuff. Because the characters who didn't come on time, etc. Guess who was there on time?
Cyrus, have you seen the trailer of this movie called Agni Purush? Right?
Adi Purush.
Wow,
it's
cinema excellence.
I know, given my name, I should be a little careful about
Adi Purush as in half a man.
No, Adi as in not the way.
I mean, considering the movie's topic, it could be best Purush also.
Okay, please watch it, Cyrus. I would love to know your take on that.
I think we destroy the film with our explanation of the title. People are not going to watch it ever. Okay, now that you told me that, I'll watch the film. Of course, I won't.
And then for a long time, there's only TV credits for you, and then your next credit is Little Zizou, which came out in 2008, which is a wonderful
How do you
film.
remember all this?
Because I have IMDb in front of me.
Yeah, okay.
But has anybody in this room seen Little Zizou?
No.
Okay, please, if someone's seen it in the comments, it's not streaming anywhere, which is a tragedy. I also watch it on a DVD.
It is a festival film which Sunit Arapurwala made.
Sunit Arapurwala
She's written a lot of scripts for the US, for the US market. But she's done a lot of films.
She wrote,
as a writer.
Salam Bombay, The Namesake. She collaborates with Meera Nair a lot. And I think, as far as I remember, you played yourself in that movie. I mean, you were Cyrus, basically, what you are in
No, I don't know what the character's name was, but I was this guy with a bike, and he's a bit of a jock and all that.
Yeah. You're repairing a bike, and you're paired with Kunal in that film.
Yeah. Kunal, because he couldn't remember his lines, he just gave him food so that he could keep eating. Yeah.
He's there on the poster also.
You're there on the
poster
also,
nice poster.
Cyrus.
But our roles are very insignificant. They're small.
No, I remember you're there in the film Thrice, and you're playing the comic relief. But it's a wonderful film. If you ever get a chance to see Little Zizou, please do watch it. And then, of course, perhaps
it's not Jiju, huh? hey, Urjita, kai bolto? It's not Jiju. Huh?
I think Little Zizou is the film that has aged the best amongst
Zidane.
Now people are just...
The kid is in love with Zidane. No, he's in love with Zidane.
Yeah, who was called Zizou.
So it's not giving away the story to say that. Because people will be like, what is Zizou?
Yeah.
And they've forgotten that was his pet name. Those who grew up 20 years ago again will understand, who like football. And sir, hurry up now, I'm bored.
Hurry up, okay. I'll just say it's a wonderful Bombay
movie.
What
I mean is I got ADD.
And then your most famous credit, I think, 99.
99, yes. 99. Before that, we did Fruit and Nut, which we did ourselves and nobody saw. And we got canned for that.
I have an interesting memory about Fruit and Nut.
99.
Maybe
I got it wrong. Wait, there's a couple more films, but I can't remember.
So Fruit and Nut, you were doing the week that wasn't as it was known back then.
Yeah.
And
it was a very hectic period.
On your same network, Rajiv Masand used to review the movies. And Rajiv started the review saying that they are my colleagues, they work on the same network and I love them, but I still can't give this film more than 2 stars.
Yeah. No, he told us.
Yeah.
So I said, please do what you have to do. It's okay. You can't, I mean, I wouldn't have done it, Rajiv. I think it's low of you.
But it was an insane movie.
What the film was about, Yeah.
It was
a bit of theatre of the absurd. The way we wrote it, I don't make excuses, but at least we had an idea of what we were trying to do.
Yeah.
But then people couldn't relate to it because it's just all these things happening at the same time. I thought the ending was fantastic. The whole idea is that he's only going to release them if they're doing a quiz show, like a KBC is going on, and the bad guy is only going to release them if they answer correctly. I thought it was like, this is absurd. I love the film. I still love it. Okay. And the romantic moments between Dia Mirza and Cyrus Broach are unmatched in quality of the cinema.
Yes.
There's no I mean, Amitabh, Rekha. I mean, you look at the greats, Dharmendra, Hema Malini. You take any name of present day pairing. This would have been the best ever.
The Zenith. Yeah. Cyrus,
absolute.
have you ever lip synced to a song in a movie?
We must have.
Okay.
In that movie, in Fruit and Nut for sure. In '99 we did.
Okay.
Because that's when I got lost in Pragati Maidan ka shooting. So I'm on the bike and Soha is in some shots. She's on the bike with me, and then she goes onto his bike. Then marries Kunal Kemo also. That's another story.
Urjita, jump in with any questions you have for Cyrus at this point.
So listen, Abbas, I took the bike for a spin because they wanted the shot. That was not lip syncing. They're just long shots of the bike you're riding.
Right.
And I kept riding, and Pragati Maidan is like, it's like a state. I just kept driving. I don't know where I reached.
This one would know. Sparsh would know.
Huge. Yeah. So it took about 45 minutes to find the location properly and all after that.
Okay. Yeah. Hey, Cyrus, when Iron Maiden played in Delhi, where did they play? They played at Pragati Maiden. Okay, moving moving on.
One second. Let me see if I have cyanide. No.
Cyrus, can you tap me on my shoulder? You want me to laugh?
I'll try.
This could be my cue.
I'll try.
And then in 2014, it says you were in the Shawkins.
Oh yeah, that was fun. That was Akshay. Oh god, that was Anu Kapoor, Akshay Kumar. Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm playing his manager. That was a fun shoot.
Okay.
In Mauritius for 7 days. I loved working with Akshay Kumar. He's like me in the sense that
time early.
Shows up on time, pretends to pay attention to everything, but knows that the cinema thing is just all fraud anyway.
Right.
And so we're doing our thing and we're watching the game on his phone. The match was going on.
Okay.
And he and I watching the game. He showed me the game and all. He was great. I really like Akshay Kumar. He's a really fun guy to work with. Yeah.
I think I watched something that Cyrus starred in some time ago. LOL Hase To Fase.
Oh yes, which was the reality
I want to say
show
starred
for
in.
Prime.
Another 3 minutes. Yeah.
How was your experience working on that show?
God, that sounds like a interrogation question. I'm caught by.
I just realized that we are
Lashkari
asking
Toiba
questions.
caught me and said, "Pehla prashna, how was your experience on Laugh Out Loud?" Yeah, it was okay, but I slightly disagreed with the format, and I was proven right. I told them to be more candid, to actually be more candid, and let people just be. They had everyone with these rehearsed scripts, and it just looked like it. And then everybody's like punching out their comedy, and it's just not fun. So what they should have done is like a better version of our podcast, but they didn't want to do that. So in the end, but I think they regretted that. They came and apologized later to me. You were the best. You're the greatest. We love you. We'll build a building and name it after you.
Wow.
And hence now Lodha buildings all over the city. And thank you for that.
I told you I was chosen for the dry run of that show, right, Cyrus?
Yeah.
We
And
were
writing
paid,
also, no?
we
For
were
writing
paid
for
5,000
someone?
No, not writing. We were paid 5,000 rupees. There was me, there was Govind Menon, there was Shaurya Tyagi.
Okay.
And they
let me tell
they were
you.
testing out the games with us.
Okay, so there was continuity in payment.
Yeah.
What you're saying.
I
worry
refuse
about
to
that.
believe that. But sure. Okay, before we go to the AMAs, we have to do our HUFT pet tail story. So,
Woof.
yes. So
Does
today's
Urjita
story...
like animals? Is she an animal
Urjita
lover or
like
hater?
animals.
I mean, I'm neutral.
She's neutral.
Whoa, there's no such thing as neutral because I've become very right wing about animal haters. Already in the gym I go to,
Nivedita is already...
I've never hit a woman in my life, but I'm very close to killing two. Yeah. Anyway, one of them is not really. She's largely speaking a woman, but not in the
I don't know what that means.
Sorry, man.
I mean, gender-wise, I mean, you're really
good
pushing
thing
the
you're not in the
envelope
studio.
saying, okay, woman, but we're taking a leap of faith.
The thing is, it's very tricky to say they shouldn't be killed because then people have non-veg anyway. So I don't know.
True. That's a good point. So you're off the panel. You're raising a hypocrisy question for which we have no answer. Remove from panel.
So the pet tail story is about a very spooky sense of power that most pets have, which is that they are able to tell or sort of signal just before a natural disaster is about to occur. This has been noticed in many parts of the world.
That's a proper sense perception.
But researchers haven't been able to nail down to exactly what it is.
As a researcher, I can answer that question.
Yes, please.
So if you looking back at the tsunamis, for example, we had gone actually with MTV to Tamil Nadu and gone around the places. And all of them spoke about how the animals went up and gave a warning.
Right.
All the animals went up well before it happened. Like, and I'm talking about cows, goats. So look who's the real smart, who's the least smart of all. Cows, goats, dogs, cats, you name it, whatever predators or herbivores, whatever were there, they all moved upland. And guess who didn't?
Who?
Guess who didn't?
Cats?
You!
Oh, humans?
Your people, you hairy beast, you! The various Abbases.
Monkeys?
Oh, one second. I don't mean religious, not a religious point here. I mean human beings. Yeah.
Oh, human beings.
Yeah.
Wow, I just guessed monkeys when you. Oh, there's a doggy behind you.
Okay, that's a good. Oh God, this show's worse than Fruit and Nuts.
I mean, if you think about it, the Cyrus's pet is also like standing on an elevated
he's
platform right now.
trying to give you a warning.
So,
No, my wife left for Chicago, no, for 3 weeks.
Right.
5 minutes later, he was on the bed, and he stays there now.
Yeah.
Because she doesn't like dogs on the bed, and when she's sleeping, I try to push her off, but I get scared.
So you're single bachelor dad for the next 3 weeks, Cyrus? Party time.
Single bachelor dad. Maya's ordering whatever she wants on the phone, doing whatever she wants. Will be going to school if she feels like it. So she just.
Wow.
We have a good relationship. She just tells me. With the other parent, she has to ask. It's very different. Dad, I'm informing you. It's like that.
So there are a few theories regarding this. Would you like to know them, Cyrus? I'm going to tell them to you anyway.
Yeah, please. I'm trying to get Peter
Some
back
believe
in the
that
train,
they
but I
can
can't.
sense chemical changes in groundwater that occur before earthquakes, while others believe that they can hear very low frequency rumbles created by natural occurrences such as earthquakes or volcanoes. There's also numerous researchers who believe that dogs use their strong sense of smell to detect changes in the air before disaster strikes.
So these dogs, today we had an overcast day. They were able to tell. So my mom was saying, I wasn't there. My mom was saying that they both ran into my room and hid there. Half an hour, 40 minutes before the sky changed. They sort of know that it's storm coming.
Right,
Also, the other day, there was this horrible sound and they ran well before the sound happened. Kunal passed wind. But the thing is, they knew that he was going to.
Okay.
And that's just amazing. Urjita is not impressed with all these.
I don't think she
I
got it.
guess
Kunal
24.
passed wind. Kunal Vijay.
oh,
Kar.
okay.
But she's tuned out after your plug. Have you noticed that? The first 29 minutes.
Did you say plug?
I said plug. Yes, I said.
You
plug.
mean to say, has it aged well?
Yes.
The new podcast that me and Urjita
Yes, that's the
co-host,
one.
where we
Remind me, I keep
discuss
forgetting.
films and assess whether they have aged well or not with the guest. Well, you're right,
and two that
Cyrus.
come to mind as Dil Chahta Hai and Devdas.
And
which has already
Devdas.
been
And
done.
on
Yes,
Monday,
yes,
you'll be hearing very soon the episode on Rang de Basanti with the one and only Meghnad.
After watching Jesus of Montreal. Also, just
Yes,
to make
sure.
sure
What
that
is
you know where it
Jesus
comes
of? I just
I
want
have
to
no
ask.
idea. Now
What
I'm
is
also
this
very
Jesus of
curious.
Montreal?
The
Is
world
it a-
spoke about this film like this iconic. It's a rip-off of Jesus of Montreal.
Oh,
Please give credit. Then, how dare you, young girl, not know this much and start cinema shows behind my back?
I'll watch
But
it
you're
tonight
24,
only.
so
this
it's
was not mentioned anywhere.
Yeah, neither did I
This
find
is-
it. But this
I
must be a
feel like
deep
you're
cut.
bluffing at this point.
I'm not bluffing. I'm
Okay,
not bluffing.
while Urjita
I'm,
Googles that, let's go to the AMAs.
Follow me at Instagram and Twitter on Bored Brocha. I'm so bored, I need your help. I need your love. I need your touch. Okay, just follow me.
The first question, Cyrus, comes from Gaurav Pilania. How do you stay focused when you are working from home? I have permanent work from home, can't tolerate it anymore.
Permanent work from home is also called as unemployment. I don't.
You have a answer, Cyrus?
Yeah, see, for us, it's not so bad. We do 1 hour podcast or whatever. Hopefully, you can get through it. But people are in and out. It's a little difficult with the world happening. So, if he has the money and he has a house, that's great. Right? With space, I mean. If you don't, be innovative. Put the right perfumes in the bathroom. Generally, I think that's the best space to work from. Just go there and stay there. And you've got what's the size of the cabins? IVM cabins, have you seen? The people are like, they're just squashed in like a cupboard. We literally have cupboards where people work out of. So I think it's not a bad idea. Here's my message. Go to the toilet, work from the toilet. In any case, the work sounds like it's from the toilet most of the time. How does it matter? So yeah, we just create that bubble.
Okay.
That word, remember that word, bubble, guys? It's gone for now.
What word?
Yeah.
Bubble?
Bubble. Create the bubble.
Oh, that bubble. Bio bubble.
COVID bubble.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah, bio bubble.
okay. In my head, I was
Okay,
thinking
sorry.
bursting
Marathi-
the bubble wala
Marathi
bubble. So
Marathi,
I was
bubble,
like,
Bubble.
Oh shit, that sounded wrong. Oh god, damn it.
I don't know why I'm contributing
Cancel
to
us.
this.
where
I
is
know,
Cyrus
cancel us.
translating?
I have no idea.
Urjita, it's a live show. We can't pull it back. It's so terrible. It's just so bad.
Urjita,
Abbas
you
is
work
worse than
from
me.
home, right?
Yeah, I work
Do you
from
have
because
any
I'm a
advice for this guy?
freelancer. I work from home, but then I also like go for meetings. Do
Oh.
I have
But
any
do you have a
advice?
bubble? Okay.
She doesn't have a
You have a
choice.
bubble
She
at
has
home?
to create a bubble.
Yeah, I have a room.
No, but she's alone. Are you alone or your parents and all there?
My parents stay with me.
So
She's
are people in your
24,
face,
Cyrus.
Baba,
Yeah.
when you're working? Huh?
She's
Acha.
24.
So, at 24, I was alone.
Who in Bombay has a place of their own at 24? Unless you're like super rich.
No, the poor have places of their own when they're poor. Rich people, the family won't leave them.
Right.
It's always the poor. Look around. Silvery,
Okay,
10
anyway,
houses.
I
200
interrupted.
people.
She was about to give some advice. Yes, go ahead.
But
So sorry.
हमारी भी खुद का नहीं, हम रेंट पे रह रहे थे जो कि मैं और डैड हाफ पे करते. But anyway,
You really pay half?
Yeah.
Maya! What the hell? They're fucking freeloaders. I mean, this is not right.
Oh man, you
It's
yelled
like
it
American
so
family,
hard,
they make
Cyrus.
the
She'll
kids
actually
pay.
come.
No.
I have a room of my own and I
Ooh,
work out
fancy.
of that room. So yeah.
So no
it's
one
not-
enters your room.
So how
lock
do you-
it.
how
Like
do
if
you
you're
stay
working, you can
focused?
get a space.
My parents are really, I have touched wood, they're really nice that way. They don't disturb me at all. And it's like if I'm in a meeting and if my parents, the door piche hi hai. So it's like everybody can see. My dad enters and he's like, oh, meeting chal rahi hai. Baad mein aata hu. But by now everybody knows that my parents enter at any point, but then they also go. They don't like disturb me too
Okay.
much. So वो टेंशन नहीं है मम्मी
make
पापा
sure
का
you
tension
have
Because if they
good
didn't
parents.
go, it would be so much fun. He just hangs there and he starts singing Hindi songs or something, you know. He's just with his back to the wall.
नहीं, so I'll just give him my mic and say आप कर लो आप मैं break लेके आती हूँ.
Wow. Can we have him on the podcast?
Who? Her dad.
Is he a cinema?
Why should I
cinema
bring him to this podcast? I'll bring him to my podcast, on our podcast.
Yeah. Because this
God,
podcast
has
is now
it
your
aged well?
podcast. Because all you've spoken about is that, right? So this
Yeah.
is no longer Cyrus Says Cock and Bull presented by Volvo Car India with Pet Care Partners Heads Up for Tails.
Oh, nice.
Now it is Cyrus
Nailed
listens.
Okay, the next question comes from Grim Fandango. He says, Cyrus, can we have the MTV Bakra series come back? Like, whose line is it anyway came back after years?
Hey, I heard Sex in the City came back. Somebody at the table was telling me. And that they really like the aged version and whatever. That
But one of
it
them
aged
did
well,
not return.
coming back.
Kim Cattrall,
Oh, so
I think,
wow.
did not return.
Kim Cattrall, right.
Mm.
Cattrall, is that how you pronounce it? Cattrall or whatever? Who
I
knows?
always say Cattrall. She was the
Because you know her.
MILF of the show. And she did not.
I'm
come
sure
back.
she's going to send us a message or DM to you immediately.
So are you saying your Bakra was like Sex in the City?
Yeah. There's only sexy men, sexy unemployed youth. Who
Right.
can ask for more? Yeah.
But a
Yeah,
reboot,
so
I'm sure you
Why?
must have been approached about
Candid
it.
camera we can do, but we've done so much. It's a little boring. We have to find some spin to it and we need a lot of money.
If you had
to
to do
produce
it today,
interesting
if you had
things.
to produce the show today by yourself, what would you do? What would be the one thing that you would do differently?
I would definitely not wear underwear because the sweat is too much while shooting. Honestly, on the streets of Mumbai, I think I've lost so much water every day of shooting in the hot sun. And secondly, we have to use less crew. We were using it. We sometimes had 4 sumos filled with people to be inconspicuous. I saw in the media. But what is the sense?
Wow. Did I just lose Cyrus's audio or did we all lose Cyrus's audio?
Yeah, we all lost him.
I think the crew cut your voice off, Cyrus. Yeah, we can't hear you. Hello. Cyrus, you're muted.
Okay, guys, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Cyrus, कैमरा में देखिए हाथ हिलाइए आपके
Yes.
साथ बकरा
you're
बना
back.
है.
No, you're gone again.
I'll tell you, I pressed the wrong thing and I got the wrong reaction. And sorry, I apologize.
Okay.
It's 7:08, but I think we
Yeah,
should
let's-
stop this show.
Okay,
It's from
cool.
God.
Can we take one last question? Because it's pretty interesting.
One sec. God has moved to a lower floor. Huh, God, Bull? Okay. Done.
Samir Kolpekwer says, if I show up at the IVM studios on Monday at 10 a.m., can I join the live stream?
ये क्या सागर पाव भाजी में आया है क्या?
Kenny, Abbas?
Can he Sparsh? Ajao,
Wow.
Sparsh is saying, yeah.
Wow, this is like the government in the old days.
If
Just pass it
something
on.
untoward
No
happens,
decision.
then you know who's to blame. Sparsh.
No,
Fuck, you said it
the
off screen. You admit to it.
but
on
after
the screen.
Samir, the next guy wants to come, you can't stop them.
Sparsh, can
you
he
said it
join the
yesterday.
stream?
Hey, show Rishi's haircut, no? With the funny haircut from the back. Like, what do you do if it was Nariyal Wala was in a
mushroom
hurry?
cut.
Yeah.
That's mushroom
Can
cut.
you take off the headphones, Rishi, and let us see the back of your hair? You may get a Sunsilk ad.
He's
Wow.
doing it also. So sweet.
Ujita, he's a Marathi Manas, sir. If you're interested, we can do a little
Oh
talking.
yeah, he's actually
Me and
looking.
Abbas.
But Urjita has a boyfriend.
Arey, but check him out now before saying no.
Then Vinay and
Don't
Sparsh
be
will
mean.
fight over Urjita. Then it's
Vinay is
gonna
also
be-
Maharashtrian. You have
Yeah.
3 options.
I don't know. I'm just.
Or if
making
you want
it-
to really make dad happy, we have a nice big Muslim boy next to you. 4 options.
No, but she already has a boyfriend.
What's the boyfriend's name?
I can't reveal that. He's a Mallu
Ooh,
boy.
is he
That's
famous
all
or
I
he's a
can
Mallu
say.
I won't stop till I get the name right. Vasant, Sajit.
That's the most
Thomas,
unlikely
No,
Mallu
they're
name.
all my Malu friends. I'm not making any mistakes. Sajid is a Malu. He was a Bakra producer.
Are you
Vasan was
assuming
Bakra
one of
producer.
your friends is dating Urjita?
No, they're all my age. They might be
Exactly.
knowing her dad.
Yeah.
That's where the situation is. Yeah.
Anyway, that brings us to
Okay.
the end of today's show.
thank
I know
God.
I have plugged it enough number of times, but one last time, has
Yeah.
it aged well with me
Yeah.
and Urjita? Out
Yeah.
now on the IVM Pop
Yeah.
channel. You will find clips
Yeah.
on YouTube, and very soon
All
you'll
I'm
find
saying is
full
yeah.
episodes also.
You don't hear me. Yeah.
So yeah, if you like cinema, if you like movies, do listen to it, and please.
Okay,
enjoy.
let me plug it a little bit also.
Yes.
It's a really nice concept, and I think you don't have to like cinema. It's a little controversial, and this is some competitive edge to the whole thing. But you want to discuss whether the film stands the test of time. And I think if you know the film that person is talking about, then immediately it becomes really interesting.
Yeah.
So I got drawn into your pilot
Yes.
when you all were discussing
Satya.
Satya.
Yes.
And I was quite riveted actually because I was killing time waiting as usual for people. It was very interesting, the good and bad points of Satya. But you haven't done that. It's not
That
ready
hasn't
yet,
released
actually.
yet. It'll be coming out soon.
Right. Tell the Satya. Always tell the Satya. Okay, guys. Time to eat dinner. Ujita, thank you so much for coming.
Tomorrow
on this
is
terrible
another.
show.
Can we? It's another Cock and Bull episode, so do tune in for that one as well.
And if Samir comes,
I'll just say Shreyas Manohar is slated to be on the episode.
oh, then
No,
Samir,
he's
please
not.
come. Samir, please. Shreyas doesn't turn up.
There's a new development which you'll find out tomorrow, Cyrus. So tune in for that one.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Shreyas is pregnant.
Maybe. We're not confirming or denying that.
All right, then. Good night, ladies.
Bye bye.
And you can follow Abbas on Abbas Moment at
Oh wow,
at the rate,
thanks.
yeah.
At the rate
to plug
Abbas
your-
Momin 88 on Instagram and Abbas Momin on Twitter. And where can one find you, Urjita?
At the rate Urjita Vani on Instagram and at the rate Vani Urjita on Twitter.
Cyrus, where can one follow you?
And no, just screw me, Absolutely screw me. Bye.
Okay, catch us on any of the podcasting apps, please. We beg you, we need you. Send us your questions on Twitter on Cyrus Says In. Or you can email us, even if you're not female, on whatcyrussays@gmail.com.